What's happening, guys, and welcome to Unveiling Wild. One of the best things about pets is the company that they provide their owners, but in certain circumstances, they've gone even further than that. In this video, we're taking a look at some amazing pets who saved their owners. But before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our future videos going forward. Number 6. Dog faces off a cougar. Dogs are known to be some of the most loyal animals in the entire kingdom, and that's why so many people have them as their pets. They're quick to stand for their owners in any situation, but one dog went above and beyond in such a case. One day, a man was hiking his dog in the woods when the two of them suddenly came across a cougar. Anyone seeing such a predator would immediately think of running away, but the dog immediately leapt into action and stood in front of the cougar. He shielded his owner by coming between him and the cougar, and the dog didn't just do that, it also kept on barking at the predator to back away, and it seemed to have worked for a while too. The cougar kept still for a while as both the man and the dog thought about what they should do next. After a while, the animal did back off, and that was the end of it. Isn't that amazing? Number 5. Going from friend to foe.
The man in the rear end, and then goes for his head, doing everything he can to save his master.
Dogs might be one of the most loyal animals in existence, but they're also a bit lacking in terms of brain power. This was displayed when a burglar entered a home that was empty, and after a while of roaming around the house, he came face to face with a giant Dane. The Danes are a truly huge breed of dog, and one that has been seen in many movies over the years. Well, what would you have expected the dog to do when it saw a complete stranger in its owner's house? It should have barked or bitten the man, right? Yes, you would be correct in thinking that, but actually, the dog did none of that. After this, the man went about trying to steal things from the house, but all this changed when the owner of the home returned and saw the burglar. The owner started screaming, which was enough of an indicator for the dog to know that something was wrong. It was then that the dog went from being best friends with the burglar to being the menacing animal that it truly could have been in the beginning. It immediately bit the burglar, and after letting go of him, the dog stood between him and the owner in order to protect them. After this menacing display, the burglar backed off and ran away from the home. Number 4. Noticing a snake. Australia is one of the most dangerous countries in the world when you consider the types of wild animals that they have. It doesn't matter whether you're in the jungle or chilling at home, any random animal could come up and attack you. This almost happened to an Australian man who was deeply invested in reading something on his phone while sitting on a chair outside his home. It was by sheer luck that his dog was by his side, because as it so happened, a snake casually slithered towards the man. The dog immediately sprang into action and started barking at the snake. Things took a dangerous turn when the snake actually started to slither towards the man, because at this point, he hadn't noticed it. Thankfully, due to his dog barking and jumping all over the place, the man took notice and leapt out of the way. The dog wanted to chase after the snake as well, but the owner stopped him. Things could have ended really badly, because after the video was analyzed, it was discovered that the snake was actually venomous. Number 3. Saving an entire neighborhood.
He's like the watchdog.
Saving just a single owner is one thing, but saving an entire neighborhood is another level. This is exactly what one cat did when it saw that a coyote was actually walking in front of the garage of a suburban house. The coyote was unaware of the cat and was probably walking around trying to find something to eat. Out of nowhere, the cat jumped out at the coyote and immediately started to chase him. The coyote nearly jumped out of its skin, and it looked like something out of the Wile E. Coyote cartoon that we're sure you all must have watched. After shocking that coyote, the cat didn't stop there and kept on chasing the animal for a while. Incidentally, this was all captured by the residents in that neighborhood, and they were just as shocked as the coyote was at how something so small could be so brave. So if the cat hadn't stepped up, things could have gone very badly for the neighborhood. Number 2. Cat steps in. If you haven't spent time with a cat in person, you'd probably have the image that they're useless pets as they don't do anything. But that is one of the biggest misconceptions about the pet, as they're known to be as loyal to their owners as some dogs are. One example of this loyalty was on full display when a cat actually saved a boy from being hurt by a dog. What happened was that a small child was playing by himself on his front porch. Then, out of nowhere, a dog walked right up to him and started sneakily stalking him. After a few seconds of doing so, the dog actually bit the boy and started to drag him away by his clothing. This was all captured on a security camera, so no one had any idea that there was another animal nearby, but as soon as the dog started dragging the little boy, a cat suddenly sprang onto the scene. The cat took a leap and thrusted its entire body into the dog to get him off of the child. Even though there was a major size difference between the two of them, the cat didn't hesitate for a second, and even after the dog had backed off, it chased it away until there was a good distance between it and the boy. This sudden loyalty is what makes cats so enduring as pets. Number 1. No sacrifice is too big. Once dogs get attached to a human, there's nothing that they won't do to keep the human safe from any harm. This theory has been proven time and again, and this was recently put on full display when two dogs faced off against a snake in order to protect a human baby. The two dogs were just lying on the porch of the house in the Philippines when a snake suddenly came slithering inside. The white dog immediately leapt into action and tried to attack the snake with everything it had. After a few seconds, when the black dog noticed the presence of the snake, it too leapt into action. The main goal of the dogs was not to kill the snake, but to keep it from going inside the house. After a brutal few minutes, the fight between the snake and the two dogs ended with the snake succumbing to the dogs, but during the fight, it had bitten the dogs multiple times. This is why after a short while, the black dog passed away while the white dog became permanently blind. This is how far dogs will go in order to protect their owners' lives. So these were some of the amazing pets that saved their owners. This goes to show that no matter which type of animal you have, as long as you treat it right, it'll be extremely loyal to you to the end. So that about wraps it for our video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave us a like. And until next time, take care and goodbye.